Hey guys, it's Kate, and I wanted to do another swatching test with mixing primaries today. I've been really enjoying this series, and so I wanted to come back with another red, yellow, and blue selection. And I'm working in the MeiLiang palette today, and today's colors we're going to work with lemon yellow, which is pigment PY3 in this palette, sky blue, PB15, and madder red, PR 176. And if you have another palette, but a color that is a different name but has those pigments, you can mix along or choose any of your own. So first, like I did with my other ones, I'm going to do a quick swatch with each color. So I'm going to start with the lemon yellow, and then I'm going to rinse my brush and go into the sky blue, which is right here. And I love the sky blue on this palette. It's a really pretty, rich color. And lastly, I'm going to go into the madder red, which is down here next to the corner, and it's a really nice, bright red color. I'm really interested to see how this turns out, particularly because with the MeiLiang palette, there's several reds here that are kind of similar. So it'll be interesting to see how the swatch library develops as we kind of go into these color mixing journeys. So what I'm going to do is start off with a decent amount of red in my palette, and then I'm going to add little by little of another color. So you can swatch along with me, and we're going to just go ahead and start with a little bit of yellow. And so I will just mix that in and paint a swatch here, and then I'll add a little more yellow, and we'll just keep this going and see how the color changes. And so we should get a pretty nice looking orange, and it will just keep veering toward that yellow and get more and more orange as we go. I'm going to rinse my brush quickly and blot it off pretty well so I don't get too much red into my lemon yellow. And then we'll just keep on going, and you can see it's getting brighter each time we go. And so this is just becoming more orange, more yellow, less red. And it's a really nice looking orange color. I think next I'm going to start dipping into the blue. So just make sure I have the right color because there's so many. I'm going to dip just a little bit because blue is pretty strong. So right now we've got a really nice, almost like a sienna color, and that's pretty. Okay, now I'm going to dip once more into my sky blue, just a little bit more on my brush, and change this color a little bit more. And this is where you get those neutral colors when you start mixing your complementary colors, because blue is a complementary to orange. You can get some really wonderful browns, and then as you keep mixing it in, you're going to start getting into sort of like a gray territory if it's a good mix. And then we're starting to look a little bit on the greenish side too. And so here we go with another. This is like a really nice sort of toned down, really earthy green. I like that a lot. And I'll be able to compare this with some of the other colors we've got too on our other pages after we get done with this swatch. And now we're starting to get more and more blue, and these are some of my favorite colors to work with. I really enjoy greens and blues quite a bit, and I just think they look beautiful in paintings. All right, I'm going to moisten this a little bit more because I haven't dipped my brush. So I just want to make sure that it's staying good. I'm going to dip a little bit more and make this a pretty strong blue. And look at that, that's gorgeous. All right, I'm going to rinse my brush and start veering back a little bit toward red. So I'm going to do a little dip. And now we got a red and green mixture, and this is a lot more gray. That's really pretty. And I'll add a little bit more here, and we're getting into some nice blue grays and now red grays, and it will start to turn into almost like a chocolatey brown color. And it just gets really pretty. And you can get a really nice variety of neutrals with your mixing, and it's just gorgeous. And this is my cat found some crinkly paper. So you ever have a cat and you get your cat a bunch of stuff and they really just love the box? I got an order from Chewy and just a bunch of really cool toys and stuff for Scampy and also our new rescue. And she decided she really loves the packing material and the box that everything came in. So she decided to climb in and lay down. So she's in there right now. So if you hear crinkling before the end of this video again, that's why. She's moving around or climbing out. So I apologize for that, but she's also looking pretty cute. I wish you could see her. So I'm going to go back toward yellow again, and I'm going to go back toward the orange color a bit. But what I'd really like to do is get some more blues in there. Oops, I accidentally dipped into my cadmium yellow. So I'm going to rinse my brush and go back into the lemon yellow where we were. So I'm going to go back to orange a little bit, but I'd really like to do some more with the blue. So I've got a pretty rich orange here. I'm going to dip into a good bit of the blue here and bring us back to this green, which is kind of similar over there. But now I would really like, because I had the green here and I went over to red, I want to kind of start with this green color and go back toward yellow so that we can see some of those blends where you can get some of your, lighter green colors that are going to be different than over there. So I am going to start adding yellow to that. And these are some really pretty colors too. And it's just getting brighter as we go. And it's just, I don't know, it's like a light, almost like a lime green, but not really bright. Not incredibly bright anyway. So that's a really beautiful green right there. So now I want to go green to red. So I'm going to dip my brush again and blot it and start going into a little bit of red. I want to try to get a really good variety of colors and make sure that I am getting enough mixes on here where I can get a fuller range of that color or that color mix. And I like that. Now, once we get into the reds, I'd like to do some blues so we can look at purple. Or at least a little more purple than just what we have here. So let's go ahead and do that now. This looks like a pretty good chocolatey color. Let me get some more blue. This is a really nice kind of, that's almost a neutral gray right there, I think, from the way it looks. And that's a really pretty blue. Boy, these are gorgeous colors, and we're still getting different colors. I mean, I don't really see any that are repeating. So, I mean, it just really depends on, you know, those mixtures that you're doing. I'm going to do one more, maybe up the side here. Look at that blue color. That's beautiful. I love it. All right. I think this was a really good swatch. My cat has fallen asleep in her box, so she's all peaceful now. I'm going to hold this up for a close-up so you can see the finished swatches in all their glory. And just so you can see, here are some of the other ones that we've done together. And I really want to finish this book. I want to use different palettes. Right now I've just been using the MeiLiang palette, but there's a lot more I'd really like to try too. And, you know, I'd really like to get a small mixing palette of just some nicer paint. And I actually have an unboxing to do soon. Might be doing some swatches with that one as well. So stay tuned for the upcoming videos. I hope you enjoyed this one, and until next time, keep creating.